federal judge halts Trump's deployment of National Guard in Los Angeles. The ongoing disagreements between California Governor Newsom and President Trump have taken a new turn as a federal judge has intervened. The judge has prevented the calling up of National Guard troops to Los Angeles amid heightened tensions regarding the administration's forceful approach to anti-deportation demonstrations there. The decision by Judge Charles Breyer means that President Trump must return the command of the National Guard to Governor Newsom. The judge asserted that the president had overstepped his authority by federalizing 4,000 National Guard members against the wishes of the state's governor. In his ruling, Judge Breyer noted, "The court finds that the plaintiffs have shown that the balance of equities tips in their favor and that a legal barrier against the president's military intervention in Los Angeles serves the public interest." The context is a series of demonstrations that have taken place over almost a week in Los Angeles, following a number of immigration raids across Southern California. Sharing his perspective, President Trump labeled these protests as a rebellion against the authority of the government of the United States on June 7th and thus called for National Guard deployment. However, Judge Breyer referenced several dictionaries to define rebellion and underlined that the demonstrations, despite some episodes of violence, did not fit this characterization. The scenes in Los Angeles do not equate to a rebellion, he clarified. The judge's order is scheduled to take effect at noon Pacific time on Friday, giving the Trump administration time to possibly appeal the ruling. Interestingly, the ruling was announced shortly after Senator Alex Padilla faced a dramatic moment at a press event in Los Angeles. He was restrained and handcuffed, an incident that dominated the media and drew strong reactions from Democrats. Speaking on the program The Beat with Ari Melber, Padilla explained he found it increasingly difficult to tolerate the rhetoric at the press conference, particularly the narrative pushed by Kristi Noem, the Secretary of Homeland Security. Noem asserted that federal intervention was necessary to rectify the situation in Los Angeles. This statement led to an altercation involving Senator Padilla when he expressed his objections openly. Senator Padilla emphasized that while there were incidences of violence and vandalism, these were isolated occurrences in a large city, and deploying the National Guard was an excessive response. He warned that if such actions were normalized in Los Angeles, they could be replicated anywhere in the nation. The Friday deadline for the order allows an opportunity for the Trump administration to challenge the ruling before it comes into effect. Meanwhile, the conversation continues about the appropriate response to civil demonstrations and the role of federal authorities in managing such events.